What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FloorSeats. I go by the name of Tax, of course. I got my man Jetstream Zan here with me.
Hey, what's good? What's good, everybody? Yo, yo, it's your
And
boy.
today we got
Boys
a...
in
Are you done?
in the house.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, the reads. I had that ready.
I'm just waiting.
I know. I looked at you. It was just like, flinch first. What is that? You flinch first, you get hit twice. Get hit twice for flinching.
Word. All right. So yeah, we got our special friend of the show, friend in real life, birthday boy.
You
We
know
got our
him.
boy Ro here.
He's
What's
more
going on,
than
man?
just than two letters.
What's going on, y'all, guys? Thank you guys for having me, man. Much love, much appreciated.
Welcome.
Yeah. While we're at the beginning of the show. Just tell us a little bit about your channel and what you do, man.
Yeah, man. So I got a channel called Role of a Queen Reviews. It's pretty much comic based, but lately I've been trying to diversify it more. Movies, TV shows. But I do live streams every Friday, and I do a mix of videos, but my most popular ones are deep dives. So I'll talk about things that are happening within comic books and kind of tie it around to what's happening in the industry at the time as well. I talk about just recently I did a Fast and Furious video for the first time. I did a 24 video for the first time. So yeah, but I try to just keep it, within, I guess, the nerd culture. And on my streams, I try to cover a little bit of everything. Some more, you know, um, real life stuff, I guess, more news as it's happening in real time. So just try to make it more interactive, for the everyday person as well who really isn't into comics.
That's dope. Actually, and YouTube live streaming, like YouTube streaming. It's pretty good for that. I've seen other content creators do use YouTube stream like that. So definitely, I definitely got to, like I said, I gotta check out that live stream sometime, man. But Rico, if you got a question for Ro, just I have one, but I just want to see.
Oh no, go ahead.
All right, word. Yeah, Ro. So I mean, all of us here, are well versed. Definitely for Marvel, just because we grew up on Marvel versus Capcom, just Marvel superhero fighting games, period, and just Marvel, period. So right now, Ro, what is like the 3 hottest comics right now that you would just recommend for our viewers right now who also happen to be in comics? Because I mean, like, I know recently, not too a few months ago, Venom was having some good series. Was because they had one about Null, and then the other with Carnage.
Absolute Carnage.
Yeah, yes, I need to peep that. But no, I want to hear what you gotta say. So let's hear Oliver Queen's recommendations. Top 3 recommendations right now.
Top 3 recommendations. Number 1 right now has to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Has to be.
Sabine? Sabin? I think it's Sabin is how to say it.
Yeah, Saban.
Saban? Damn, I have all 3 of them wrong. But word. All right.
Now Hasbro, because Hasbro owns it now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, definitely number 1. It's like, we all grew up with the TV show, but like to see what these writers can do, when they're not restricted by, the Sentai footage and having to write like a 20-minute episode. It's just seeing them work with no sort of constraints is beautiful, man. Like,
especially to the age audience too, right? I think it gets more deep, it gets more serious in the correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, it's definitely more serious. And, with more free range, you definitely get to delve more into these characters. And and a lot of them are dealing with, real things. Now, what I love about the comics is, like, it doesn't take place in the 90s. It's still Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin team that but it's modernized for our time. So it's relatable to things that we're going through as
Okay.
well.
I didn't even peep it like that.
So is that like
Yeah.
a reboot, or is it like a whole different cast?
Oh, it's literally the same cast. Like, you know, Jason, Trini, Zach, Billy, yeah, all of them. Yeah, and right now in the comics too, they even got
Yo.
the replacements. You know, Rocky, Adam, Aisha, and the beautiful thing about it too is just like it's still Mighty Morphin, but they're pulling from other seasons. Like they're using the entire Power Rangers universe, like, you know, as their playing field. They just had a major crossover like 2 years ago, Shattered Grid, and whatever Ranger that you love, they were in that crossover outside of Mighty Morphin. Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Does my man have the flute? Yes or no?
Oh yes, brother. Yes. Oh,
Or
you already know.
The man has
that's all I need to know.
my man hitting the 808s.
I had to
Of
start.
course.
I had to start reading.
My man was definitely producing 808s back in the 90s with just his fingertips. That was
Just the
crazy, dude.
fingertips.
Wasn't that not? Is that not crazy to anybody? That man was hitting the most smoothest 808
I mean, it
with
was so
that
catchy
flute.
too.
Damn, dude. No wonder the the Dragonzord came out leaning extra hard when he
Yeah.
came out. He's like, "Ooh, is that?" He's like, "That's my beat." He's like, "Oh, hold on." The hardest lean, yo, the hardest of leans. But damn, yo, actually, I gotta now. Real talk. You gotta slide me some. You gotta send me some chapters. We'll talk, bro. Because if there's some people you've seen, because I've been peeping a bit of the Power Rangers fighting game.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Battle for the Grid. Have you
Hmm.
peeped that?
I haven't. I mean, to be honest, I really haven't been gaming much at all. And
Hmm.
when it comes to Battle for the Grid specifically, like the launch was terrible, but it's
Yes.
gotten better.
It
But
has. It still has
yeah,
some. It's in a slow growing phase, but it's looking good. Honestly, I will have to say it's looking good for the game. And there's some characters too that they added that I was like, yo, those characters. I don't even know them like that well, but they're kind of lit. I got to talk to Ro about some of these characters.
hmm
But they also put some fan favorites that I know we could talk about, and the voice actors too, which is kind of lit.
yeah, they're trying for a lot of them. They're trying to get, you know, the actual actors to do them. I know
Yeah.
the dude who did Time Force, not Time Force,
Virgil was it
the
the
Quantum.
same voice actor that did Virgil for
Yeah.
Devil May Cry?
hmm
Yeah,
They
that's
got the
kind of
Quantum
hard.
Ranger also. They got Jason, I think, does his own voice acting in that one as well. And I think Tommy also, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, dude. Um,
Yeah.
sheesh. But for the sake of time, let me know actually the two other
Oh, the other
comics that you would recommend.
right. The other two, uh, for Marvel, I'd have to go with Daredevil. I don't know if you guys seen the TV show, but when that TV show got
Daredevil.
canceled, like that was a huge void for me, man. And the comic just came through at the right time, and it's honestly like easily the best Marvel title out right now in the entire brand. And I know that's a big
Entire
statement.
brand.
Entire brand. Yeah, in my opinion, Immortal Hulk is a close second, but I'm just basing that off of, you know, the great reception that it's gotten. But right now, I could tell you, for me, Daredevil is number one.
You hear this man, Tax? This man saying Daredevil.
Daredevil.
No, I've heard it was pretty good. Be interesting to see.
I mean, I
Yeah.
just need to not. I kind of need to know. I feel like it'll be spoilers for some, but I gotta know. I don't know if you Pete Row in Marvel 3, uh, Shadowland is one of the stages. So Daredevil's in the back of Shadowland. The thing is, this is just not any version of Daredevil. The man's not even wearing the red anymore. The man's wearing the all black.
Oh, you're asking if that's a thing right now?
I'm sorry. I'm asking. See, yeah, okay. If you could get
Yeah.
that much, I could get away with saying without saying what I'm saying.
No,
You know what I'm
no,
saying? That's
no.
not
I'm gonna
happening right
just tell you
now.
right
Okay.
now. Right now.
Okay. I
The,
want to know when that's coming. Let me know, and I'll. Oh, let me know. I just want to
I
know my
got you.
man is sitting in a certain chair in all black. I just want to read. I want to see what that's like. I want to know what it's like.
No, I definitely let you know. It's still early in the run too, so I mean, yeah. And the same thing with even those two books, and even the third one that I'm probably going to recommend. Like, it's easy to just hop on and catch on. You don't need no prior knowledge. You can come in cold turkey.
Cool.
Yeah. And as
Yeah.
for my the third one that I would recommend right now would be DC. So let's see here. Whew, this is a tough one. You know what? Batman and the Outsiders.
Batman the
That
Outsider. Is that written? Was this written just this year or?
it started late last year. Yeah,
Okay, so still very recent.
still very recent. It's only like I want to say 13 issues in. The 13th
Yeah.
issue came out yesterday.
What's the give a premise? Because I feel like unless you've been living under a very dark, dark rock hidden in an abyss, everyone knows a bit about Batman. But what's this like? What's this slice of Batman about?
This slice of Batman is interesting because Batman, he recruits like his own covert ops team. So you got Black Lightning, you have the Signal, you have Katana, and you have Orphan. And you just off the title,
It's
you would think
Orphan.
Cassandra Cain. She used to be Batgirl also.
Is wait, this is post or pre Batgirl for
Post.
her?
Yeah, it's post. But she's no longer
Oh
Batgirl
damn.
right now. She's spoiler. I mean, excuse me, Orphan. Yeah, now she's Orphan.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Batman, and there's certain missions that the Justice League can't do because it's gonna ruin their image.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
yeah. So these are the guys that handle, the more covert stuff
the stuff that has to be done behind the
in the
scenes.
shadows. Yeah, and
So
what I like, huh?
no, I was just gonna actually no, I'll let you go. I just had a quick question to see if this was no, you go ahead. What you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, the title, off the just by the name, you would think it'd be like another, heavy Batman title would just be more about Batman, but honestly, dude, this is a Black Lightning book. It's literally just Black Lightning being thrown into the leadership role because it's literally Batman telling him every issue, like, you're the leader of this team. I need you to do what I can't do. So yes, it has the name Batman on it, but it's more of
Ooh.
a Black Lightning and the Outsiders book, which is dope because we really don't have too many books like that. Where you got a black superhero in charge. So it's great, man.
Well, I was thinking, I was like, wait, my man put Black Lightning in charge,
Mm-hmm.
and I was even gonna we'll get to that wrote in a sec, but I was gonna ask so does this so this is a team. How does this team compare? How would you just like I would say in a vague in a vague description, how would you compare this team to like Justice League Dark, like the team that was for that?
Well, Justice League Dark is more magic based.
It's like it's for a cult. I thought they also handled things that also can't be done that like openly as well.
Yeah, I mean, Justice League Dark, from my understanding, they can handle stuff in the open, but it's more supernatural stuff. So
Okay,
you got Constantine in there, you have Zatanna, you got Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
but these guys, like
they're like
the outside,
Suicide Squad type.
kind of, yeah, exactly,
Yeah, that's the
more or
parallel I
less,
drew.
yeah.
Some people
Because
about to get smacked up.
You know what
oh
confuses
yeah,
me though? Like Batman is like covert stealth and everything, and he's just like, yo, I can't do this.
yeah.
Batman can't do it.
Wait, if you can't do it, who can?
Exactly. Like if he can't do it, who can?
And
It's
who?
I mean, to be fair, like there's a lot happening like on Batman's side as well. Like Joker's getting ready to take over Gotham, so he has like his hands tied.
Oh,
Oh
okay. So
damn! So
it's not like oh he can't do it for reasons. Just like oh it's because he's got other shit going on. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like it's weird because if you're reading it by itself, like say if you're coming into it cold turkey,
right.
and you're not reading anything else, and you would just think, yo, what the hell is Batman doing? That every issue he's saying I can't do it. No, you're Batman. But if you're reading, Batman's actual ongoing story and you're reading Batman, Superman, and you're reading Justice League, you understand like, wow, Batman really doesn't have time to be here and babysit you guys. That's why he's always telling Black Lightning, I need you to take the leadership role. You are the leader. Please do what I can't do.
Damn. And I mean, I feel like this is going too deep into it, but what he can't do is that take another man's life? Is
No,
that what he's talking about, bro?
it's more like um
I get the
Get his
feeling it's
hands
almost
dirty.
like I get the feeling it's almost like yo I can't do all this stuff, so I need to delegate these tasks.
exactly, more or less.
Okay, on that side, I thought it was just like Batman's like I can't, like because he still practices way of just not taking lives, but
Exactly.
so like I thought it was just like I can't, you know, these jobs. Yeah, he'd be like these jobs require like someone's life has to be taken, but I thought it was on that end. But okay, all right. I mean, Bruce is being reasonable. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. All right. No, that's okay. That's all right. Dope. So we got Power Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil, and Batman and the Outsiders.
Yep, yep.
Um, okay. I mean, of course, we got things to talk about, more so about Daredevil, about him in that black costume later. I don't want to say more into that, but yeah. So Ro, definitely before we pick things up, let everybody know once again where they can find you, your channel, um, and then of course we'll actually have it in the description as well. But if you want to have anything
Yeah.
else before we move on.
Yeah, man. Again, I'm on Twitter as well. So it's roll of a queen underscore. Uh, and I'm just tweeting about damn near anything, mostly comics, mostly real life. So like if you want like a real, I don't know, insight on just like my everyday, living, I mean, follow me on Twitter. Again, hit me up on Roll for Queen Reviews. So there's gonna be a 200 sub stream, tomorrow night. So I'm celebrating 200 subs and I'm celebrating my birthday, like officially there. So my girlfriend's gonna
Hey.
be there. I'm gonna have a shit ton of tequila. It's gonna be a great time.
Jeezy laugh for the tequila. Um, Hope he don't put a copyright on that though. That'll be crazy. But no, man, no, it's good to hear. Of course, and again, happy birthday. For those who don't know, it's also my man's birthday today. So we'll definitely live it up, man. Even in these hard times, we still living.
Yeah, man, it's rough out here.
Yeah, but tequila gotta be drank
Oh,
still.
of course, of course.
Um, Rico, anything you want to say before we get on with what topics we have for this episode?
No, I think we're in a good place to move forward.
All right, word, dope. So we'll just take it away here. For those who just tuning in, welcome to another episode of Floor Seats. I go by the name of Zan.
You
We
gonna
got
open the
Tax.
show again?
Yes, I am gonna open the show again. We got Tax over here. We, and of course, we're coffee by Ro. And let's just get right into it. Starting with this topic that caught my eye earlier today. So tell me this. Should tech companies, and that's just, think of social media, everybody, would you be more open with them giving up your data to them if they paid you for it? Or do you think should they just be paying you for your data? Like Facebook, Zuckerberg. Should Zuckerberg be sending you a check?
How much is the check, though?
I mean, it's a check. We don't know how much, but this just the fact is, do you think we should be getting checks?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a bag. Honestly. It's a bag. And I mean, dude, our data is being tampered with and sent around to God knows what. I mean, so might as well get paid for it. I mean, I don't believe all data is secure. I'm not going to pretend like it is. So if you're going to use my data, you might as well just pay me.
Yeah, I mean, my issue with it is that these companies are making money off my data, not even breaking bread. Like, you selling my data to some other company and I can't get a cut.
Just to have it sold back to you in the form of an ad.
Like, not even your data. You over here selling my data and getting bread. Like, this is bull. imagine, imagine you're making baked goods or something, and then your cousin's yo, let me get some. These are so good, blah blah blah. And then he goes to work and sells your cookies and your brownies and stuff. It doesn't break you off. It's all the hard work you spent accumulating data just for them to take it and then sell it. And then not break you off with any. No, that's this bullshit.
That man took it straight to the punches. He was just
I'd be my cousin's ass.
Forget the analogy.
That's what I'm saying.
Forget the cookies. They're taking my data and I'm not getting none of that bread.
That's what I'm saying. It's they're gonna sell the data anyway. So I'm break me off with some bread.
All right. For those, obviously, I agree. Exactly. When I realized, as we all realized when we learned that our data is being used to be sold to companies to be then turned into targeted ads, we all felt some type of way. So, but basically, I would bring this up because recently, it isn't even just to be, political here, but just Andrew Yang brought it up. And I thought it was just really interesting because it never even came to my mind that what if they really they had to go through to paying people for your data, because nowadays people companies and apps will give you the option to be they'll let you know, by the way, we're gonna take your data for these and these purposes and stuff like that, because now they gotta let people know because everybody knows. Whereas before, it didn't even matter. They took people's data and they didn't even know about it. But now imagine if they had to cut checks for people's data. You would have to, you had the option to sell your data to companies. And I just thought it was interesting because one thing, recently today, also what I read was that if Facebook were to start paying people for their data today, supposedly it would cost Facebook $250 billion on the spot. Or it will cost them around that much starting off, and that's also based on the fact that legit there would be people that would not be interested in selling their data. Just on the fact that they would see, they predict that a good chunk of people wouldn't actually sell their data, even though the data, they have the option to gain money for their data.
Yeah, I mean
about that.
Go ahead, Ray.
No, I was gonna say, it makes sense because, that's assuming, that's assuming people don't have shit to hide. We also got to consider that as well. There's a lot of people doing shady shit with their data. Who knows what can happen if, they share something they didn't want to share. So that might land them in trouble or whatever. But yeah, I definitely can see why somebody wouldn't want their data shared either. Because then even on the other side too, it's like there's this private stuff, intimate things. It's you. I don't. I really I couldn't see how someone would be like, nah, I'm good. But then again, it just goes back to the point they already got it anyway. So does it really matter?
Yeah, and the thing is too, it's like you got to be careful of like the verbiage of when they say talk about your data, because some companies may not sell your data, but some companies get millions of dollars in funding to share the data, so they're not directly selling it, but they're getting funded so that way they can accumulate your data and then share it. So I'm like, if you're gonna do that anyway, I need my money. Like run me my
I want
bread.
my money.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, yes, people are going to opt into not wanting to share their data, but a lot of apps will back you into that corner where it's just like, nah, like you can't use the app unless you go with our terms. So say like,
Exactly. That
so,
thing.
so then like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? People that are hooked to like Facebook and Instagram and stuff, you know what I mean? They're gonna cave in. Like we
No, I
just
was
mean,
gonna
lived
dude,
say that's the
now
other
where
thing too. Knows real quick that um like some games, some like apps and like stuff like that, for you to use their services. Oh, excuse me, I just came from drinking some water. Ooh, hit the spot. For some of them to use their services, they actually kind of they do back you into a corner, and for you to use their service or their app, they have to have access to your data.
mm,
And I'll just be like, really, like that's kind of whack. Like it's like, oh, it's like part of the. I'm like, no, you just want my data, but it's okay. So now, if they have to start paying you, you think that culture is going to change? Like that whole, I think that's going to change
no, I
because
think it's just gonna get worse. Like everything's gonna require data. Then you open up your calculator, it's gonna need your data.
yo, that's another. What do you mean? That's just multiple streams of income. I'm like, okay, I guess you got to pay me for that. I just be like, I'll get all the apps in the world.
Bro,
Your
this,
phone will be nothing but apps, and I'm like, you
bro,
want my data, please? Here's my here's my PayPal.
bro, this data is for everybody, bro. You can't even
Nah,
like,
my data has got to come top dollar to these companies if they have to start paying. Oh, they
but
think I'm playing. Oh, they don't want my data. I'm like Zuckerberg. I'm like, yo, here my PayPal.
I mean,
And my
I feel
Cash App. Yo, Venmo me. I'm about to just, let me find that man on Facebook. Let me friend request him and just DM him just my Venmo. And I'm just like, that's it. Start
like,
paying up for that data. Because I'm tight. I'm tight. It's like probably Facebook I'm the most like probably upset at. That's why I don't use Facebook as much as I used to. But I think still, I think they should uh pay people because I feel like some restrictions on the data. It can get worse, but I feel like for what it is, I'm not getting anything, and
mm,
they still got those type of restrictions. So I'm like, I might as well deal with that, deal with the extra fluff. Why if they have to compensate me for it for my data, or they probably will do away with such those restrictions because they don't want you to have to pay you um and have you still like downrate their services and stuff like that, like give them
I,
bad reviews and whatnot.
I promise they'll make way more on the data than they'll pay out to each person for the data.
oh, of
No,
course.
but like you got to
So
know
they'll
like
take
the
that hit any
volume
day of the
that
week.
these apps and that these companies, that's why Facebook is going to have to front like 250 billion. This is going to be money that
What
they
is
don't
that
want to
to
pay the money
Facebook?
though. They don't care how much it is. No one wants to pay it.
My
And the
man
thing is, when it's
Zuckerberg don't
like
care
that,
about that.
and it comes like every year, they're gonna tally how much every year is costing them. Nah, these thinking about these people,
Bro,
they don't
look
want
at
to.
Amazon, bro. Amazon will front that. Amazon don't care.
You
All right,
think Bezos
Amazon
not? You
doesn't even need
think
to sell your
no?
data.
Bezos like care. Bezos is like if it was one time, okay, but think about it. It's gonna be like every year he has to front that. If Amazon has to front every year billions of dollars, nah, they're gonna be
It would.
like
I don't think it ever come down to billions.
it was
And,
for
and
supposedly.
then
Let me find. Hold on.
and then the thing is too is like
Go
who
ahead.
dictates how much per person do you get data wise? You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
What I feel like I feel like there's costs. Let me find this article. I wonder what costs they were even tallying. If it was just cost of the users, like their user base right now, like how many users they have, or just how much cost it will cost them just to set up that type of that type of system or something. That's what I wonder. But I mean, I think see it's interesting. There's different responses. You would think people's like hell yeah, I want to get paid. Like that's just everyone's like. But people could be personal about it. Like nah, and
Well,
that's
yeah.
what they're
true. Like
gonna.
what access do you think they'll get access to more of your data than they do now if they have to pay for it?
Oh, I
Like
don't know.
more, like
The
your
only thing
search history and your
The only thing I know for sure is that like if they do have to pay out people for their data, they're just going to charge other companies more for said data to offset the cost. Because at the end of the day, the data is valuable. Like
yeah.
for advertising companies and all this other stuff like that, that data is valuable. So
They
like,
Mhm.
should pay us for it.
yeah, they're not gonna get hurt by it too much. It's just like, oh yeah, we charged you 50 million, now it's 55 million for all this data. Like it's just they'll figure it out. But I don't think it's ever gonna be that. But they'll figure it out.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not too optimistic about the payout because I mean, it's you gotta take that money and divvy it up by who says yes. Also, so I mean, I know you said earlier it's another stream of income. I mean, which is nice too, but then again, when it comes to data, I mean, if I'm gonna say yes, like it has to be worth it. And I feel like you take us and then you multiply that by the amount of people who say yes. I don't think it's gonna be something that I'm gonna get too excited over every month, especially with the way these companies work. They're gonna try to cut corners so they don't have to give us the most amount. It's yeah, I don't trust them. But at the same time, I'm also not saying no. If that makes sense.
I agree. I like that. I like that. They're probably are gonna try to scum us or make some type of wall to get to that you have to probably get to be compensated. But if it's you know, if it's just simply, you know, you get compensated for us taking your data, whether it's one time or over like every year, whatever. Shoot, like I said, here's my PayPal, here's my Venmo. That's all I gotta say. Uh, but I think, yeah, it was just something interesting. I thought we touch upon. But moving on since we got definitely more topics. Um, I did have another topic about it was for the comedian.
Ooh,
I can't remember his name. DL Hewley. He fell. A collapse on stage.
what?
Recently, and I just found that was interesting because there was like on YouTube. Uh, I think he was who I was telling you about, Rico. The fact that if Jordan, it was on like DJ Vlad. If Jordan grew up or was a star now with social media, as like he wouldn't be as well received because a lot of his like negative unpleasant behavior that was like only seen behind cameras would be put on light, and then people wouldn't like him as much as if like they wouldn't like him as much as they do now because of nostalgia if you grew up in this time, because he would just got exposed supposedly.
We talking about MJ, right?
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I was like Rico. I was
no.
like looking at Rico here.
No, I was
Oh,
gonna let Ro go first. That's all I was like.
oh, my fault.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought he
no.
was lost in thought. I was like, lost in thought or
Yeah,
lost in thought.
I thought he was lost not too.
I mean, it looked
But
like he was lost in thought, lost in thought. I was like, man, yeah, he looked on another planet. But I saw he was just being courteous to our guests. So nah,
I
bro, yeah.
appreciate it.
What do you think then? Take it away.
Yeah, man. It was especially well. I started off with Jordan. I mean, I know about the what is it? It's like a weekly series that he's doing. I don't know if it's done yet. It's
Yeah,
a
the
weekly thing.
Last Dance is done, but it's
Okay,
on
yeah.
Netflix.
So I'll watch it eventually. But I see it all over my timeline. But I don't know, just the way this climate is now. Um, I can definitely see Jordan just landing in some shit because of the things that he did. At least the things that I've heard about. Because
You want to say they're allegedly? You still want to say they're allegedly, even though people. I mean, it's not like. I mean,
No, a lot was confirmed throughout that whole documentary. It's not even alleged.
okay, okay. So we'll say confirmed. So yeah, it's confirmed. So you think if Jordan was, if what was confirmed in that documentary, if it was put on camera, it was put on light, um, would we glorify Jordan the way we do now? So you're saying nah, we wouldn't, or it would
I
tarnish it.
I don't think it would.
Oh,
I think he'd get in. I think he'd probably land himself in a lot of heat. I mean, if this was now and all this stuff, let's just say he was doing all this stuff now when it came out. Yeah, man, our climate is much different, you know. But now,
mm.
Jordan he's cemented. Jordan got money coming in left and right. Like this stuff could come out now, and he don't got to worry about losing brand deals or sponsorships or whatever. Like he's good, but
Oh,
if
wait.
this,
I mean, if he had to start out his basketball career, if he had to repeat his basketball career in today's climate,
So basically, his social media and stuff was out back when he was starting.
yeah. So
hmm,
during his basketball career,
oh, during his basketball career,
yeah, I guess that's what I was missing. My bad. If
hmm,
yeah, I guess I was unclear with that. Yeah, during his basketball career.
you know what?
Hmm.
Hmm, damn, that's a tough one then.
Yo, that's what I thought. I was like, ooh. I was like, you thought
Uh,
he would have weathered that entire storm? That's crazy.
Um,
I was like, what? It's
we've
crazy.
seen even the toughest of the toughest, get bogged down by social media.
Yeah, the cancel culture is out here is dummy fierce. We talk about it on our podcast a lot, how it's ridiculous. And I'm just saying, like, can Space Jam's finest stand
um,
up to cancel culture?
I think we would have just known Jordan for who he was rather than like hearsay. Like as a kid, Michael Jordan was like damn near like Superman. He was like the nicest
Exactly.
guy ever. Wouldn't hurt a soul. Did nothing wrong.
No
Like
wrong.
he did absolutely no wrong. And then like
No.
seeing the documentary, it's like, oh nah, like he was an asshole.
Oh.
Like he was a straight up asshole.
He was
But
a
like,
straight up dick from what
but
it
we,
sounded like.
but we like justify it with his success. You know what I mean? Like even
Mhm.
Kobe was like kind of a dick. Like rest
Kobe
in peace.
was, and it was fun, but I think
But
that was part of the Kobe character. Like we like
well,
made it
cause,
also part of being Kobe.
well, because he also was like he looked up to Jordan heavily and stuff like that too. So it's like I don't think it would have ruined it. I think maybe like Space Jam might not happened, but
Yo,
I think
that's a big change in history. Saying Space Jam might not have happened.
well maybe only because like no, it probably
It's a
still would have
big
happened because
maybe.
even if all these things came out were like about the gambling thing and stuff like that, um, you know, I think they probably would have done that to like repair his image. But you know, I wonder
Hmm,
like the team
that's tough.
probably would have been broken up from social media. Like imagine like people getting on social media and like tweeting how like Scottie Pippen is like complaining like and how he just sat on the bench for the last couple minutes of that one game where they needed him. Like I don't think the team would have been as cohesive had they been able to air their dirty laundry out in like social media. But as far as Jordan, like there's certain things that would have worked towards his favor, like you know using social media, like where they were trying to ban the Jordan ones from like being played in. Like nah, social media would have definitely helped his cause. Like imagine
Double-edged sword, I say.
yeah, like I don't think it would have hurt him too much, but I also don't think it would have made his situation better per se. I think you know the way we perceive him is largely because we didn't know all this stuff. He would have been the greatest basketball player of like all time.
I still think that would have
we just
happened.
would have known he was a
Like
dickhead.
that would have happened still, because it's just like his talent was like bar none matched. But it would be how we revere him. It's the same way even with LeBron. Like people can almost all like people can like. I feel most people can agree, that even though people will still they won't even consider Jordan like the best, or they'll have him like, oh, I don't think he's number one. That's there's still those people, but like I generally unanimously we could agree that Jordan is the greatest NBA basketball player of all time. But like even LeBron, even being seen into that realm of approaching that, I feel like despite LeBron's way of even trying to be as stand up of a person uh, as he can be, he still gets backlash on social media. And yeah, I still feel like he still deals a lot of his fair own share of backlash. And I don't know if he would have had an easier time because people wouldn't be comparing him so much to the perfect Jordan, the golden perfect Michael Jordan. Um so yeah, even for Kobe, like you could even say like it would change a lot of the dynamic almost with like how they are seen compared to Jordan. Don't you think?
I think LeBron gets a lot of shit because Jordan existed.
But think about it. If Jordan was not seen in the golden, perfect form person that he was, the Superman that he was, because he still is seen in that light, even after the documentary, for the most part, like I
Well,
feel like people
because
are still could have that fixed lens. People could have adjusted it, but people still, it's hard to like nostalgia makes things for some people hard to let go. Some people I know more. I think nowadays people are more like accepting of it in terms of for Jordan. Um, they're just too like the nostalgia set in for years. Like that nostalgia is not, it's gonna take a doc to overturn it. You know how
well,
long it took for people to finally denounce R. Kelly, even though like
Oh,
you trust, and I'm
well,
like,
this
I
is
it
got
where
something
was
for
my
that.
well, this is where my famous saying comes into play. Where don't let nostalgia cloud your judgment. And
yeah.
this is literally like what it is. It's like Jordan is still an amazing athlete. Numbers aren't going to take away from it. But son was a dick. Like that's it. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like he was just like a dick.
Yo, facts. And I mean, like I still need to see Peep the Doc, but from everything that has come out in relation to the doc, it's been mostly just about how much of an asshole he's been. And even
Well,
other players are like, yo, if I was on, who was it that said, oh, if I was on a team with Jordan, I would have punched him in the locker room if he talked to me like that. Like,
well, because here's the thing, right? Like
that's
again, like
crazy.
to the R. Kelly point, I'm throwing you the alley oop role, but you know,
Mhm.
people look at the accomplishments and like immortalize that, and they fall in love with the legend rather than the actual person. The legend of R. Kelly is this person that made all these amazing songs, that made like the remix to Ignition and all this other stuff like
I
that.
believe I can fly, bro.
Yeah, but the person
Bro,
was
still feeling it.
was like the
I
scum of the
am.
earth. The absolute scum of the earth.
I,
And it's the same thing with
he
Jordan. It's
had to
like
be
Jordan
scum.
won 6 rings and all this stuff like that, did all this amazing stuff. But he was a dick. And he was addicted to gambling. And like it's people just falling in love with the accolades, the legend of the person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback off of that, like even with the R. Kelly thing, like I said this on my stream, like
Mm-hmm.
it has to take you doing something heinous for people to turn against you. Like it has to be on some R. Kelly, Bill Cosby type stuff. You gotta have to like murder somebody. Like it has to be severe. Now, I'm not saying gambling is not severe because gambling is severe. You know, families are broken up because of gambling. You
Yeah.
know, and you know, and also at the same time too, you know, people are dicks. And also in when you're as successful as Jordan, you know, you can be a dick. I'm sorry.
You're
you,
allowed it,
you're allowed that.
like a
But
measure of of just being an asshole.
yeah, you know, it's you get a little cocky. You know, you walk around thinking you're the shit. Like, hey, it's
Yeah.
you earn that. But again, like the thing with R. Kelly is that like a lot of the stuff
Will
that
goes.
happened, like we knew of it, but it took that documentary, you know, to just put it all in our faces for us to get the point that wow, this guy was a horrible person.
Yep.
But you got to compare it. It's kind of like apples and oranges, man. Like it's like being a dick, gambling, doing what R. Kelly did. My dude, I'm gonna go with the guy who's a dick and he's gambling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in Jordan's defense too, like he's done a lot of good stuff as well. He was more of a dick in like a competitive sense, so like it's understandable. Like some people just don't have that competitive edge. R. Kelly, yeah, we can't excuse that.
I do agree. R. Kelly's case is definitely inexcusable. Um, and even in light, I mean, again, Jordan wasn't the greatest guy. He was a dick. He was a dick. But, he was still the greatest basketball player to this day of all time. Yeah, but being that dick made him a legend.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I guess, yeah.
yeah,
Amen.
but yeah, no, yeah, you're right, bro. I guess he is allowed to do that. Like no one, you can't. He put it, he put himself in the books at the top. So, dang. So yeah, with that, that wraps up our what's the word segment of our episode. So we're just gonna
Yeah,
get into some gaming.
yeah. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, but
Um,
actually, I feel bad. Actually, we just totally straight off from the main story was for the comedian.
Oh, we
oh,
did.
oh,
We just made
yeah,
it about Jordan. Dude, this is what Jordan does.
yeah.
Jordan
Also,
is Jordan's
Damn it,
a
condolences to
Jordan.
stand.
DL Hughley. Hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. Gets the care that he needs. That's crazy to faint on stage.
Yeah, he just collapsed.
How recent was this?
Like
I think it was like
this couple
a
days
couple
ago.
days ago.
It was just this
Oh
week.
wow.
Like early this week.
He came down with the virus, the C virus.
Let's see.
Condolences to him. May a speedy recovery and all that stuff.
Yes.
Same.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what else to say beyond that, but
Oh damn, yeah, no, well that was what so
the
just for
LPD, big
those who
dog.
don't who just got lost in the tangent, who was actually keeping track of the conversation because we were. Yes, wish him the best. Hopefully he gets well soon. And in other
Please, y'all be
news,
safe. Please, y'all be safe, man. Whoever's listening, and y'all as well, man. Be safe out there, y'all.
oh no, man, for sure, man. Gotta take the precautions. I know it's getting hot. You know, we getting comfortable, but uh, yeah, gotta be safe, man. Gotta take care of yourself.
So back to our transition to gaming.
Yep.
Did you also for Ro, did you see the Marvel Avengers kind of reveal that they did?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm big sleep on that game. I'm big sleep.
You big sleep. I missed
I'm
it,
big
but
sleep.
you were big sleep on
Um,
the Square
You
Square
know,
Enix Avengers game.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It doesn't seem like a game that I would get. I'd have to see how the multiplayer is and stuff like that. Like it looks good and stuff, and they're going with Modoc as the main villain, which I thought was interesting.
Modoc.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. When you see the reveal of all that stuff, then it starts to make sense about everything and why Modoc would be like a really good um, villain for it. Because basically, they set up this organization called AIM, where because like the Avengers failed, they start putting like robots on the streets to like help fight crime and all this other stuff like that. And the guy who's at the
Did it
head of
make
it,
AOL? Did it make AIM noises like when you log in at AOL? And I'm sorry. I had to. I had to. I just had to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna mute you.
No,
Uh,
bro. If Ro was here, Ro would have said it. If Ro was here, I'm sorry. Nah, go ahead.
He's gonna mute you, man. Stop playing.
Nah, he's like
no,
generally he's
so
like
I'm gonna
trying to
continue to
snap
ignore
my
that for
neck.
a moment. But yeah, so this guy at the head of it basically is kind of controlling all of them, and then it makes sense that Modoc is that because Modoc with his mind can control that stuff.
Yeah,
But I thought it was pretty cool because like you
all
can
them
unlock
analyze cubes.
all these different costumes from like Marvel history and stuff like that. So like some movie costumes, a lot from like the comic book covers and stuff like that.
That's lit. Because I know that was dope when they did that in the Marvel games when they brought out in those costumes.
Yeah, that's one thing I like is when they like pay homage to like older, like more obscure like variants of the heroes and stuff like that. So it looks all right. I mean, I still don't think I'm going to get it unless like it like blows me away. But like for people that are like interested in that stuff, like it looks like a really solid game.
So tell me this. I haven't seen it, but just about the multiplayer. Is the multiplayer PvP or PvE?
It's PVE from what I understand. I think it's all co-op.
Oh, okay.
It's like
That sounds
kind
fun.
of yeah, it's kind of like on some like Gauntlet Legends, Diablo
Pick a
kind of.
role, it was a class, and
Yeah, where
as a
it's like four
team.
people running through stages and stuff like that, which is what I'm more prone to, honestly. It's just like, I don't know. I gotta see who else is in there, bro.
Yeah, I feel like no. I feel like they could definitely be onto something with this type of because you okay. I'll say this. This might be a reach. Maybe it's a reach. I don't know. You remember the was it Prey Predator? I'm trying to remember the co-op shooting game where one
The
person
four
is the
for one,
monster.
4v1.
Yeah, 4v1.
I felt like it was like Predator. I don't remember. It
The
was Evolve.
4v1
Evolve.
Evolve. And I played Evolve when I was in school. Amherst with some friends. They were actually into Evolve. And I finally got to play it. And the concept of the game, it was just like that. It was dope. So like I did like you did have like everyone on a team that was good at certain things, and then you had to approach the big bad boss, which was also another player who they had their own job and role to do while the other team was doing their own thing. Like you had
No,
your own job to do stuff as
it's
well.
not quite like that. Like it's it's like a 3D beat 'em up, basically. It like Fighting Force, if you remember that. Like it's like if Streets of Rage was in full 3D. Like it's a straight up beat 'em up kind of, but people have their own special abilities and stuff like that, and it's very like cinematic and stuff, of course, because it's Marvel. But that's one way to kind of think of it. It's like the four players
I don't want to think of it
running through
that way,
stages.
and the depth will just kind of, unless the system and mechanics get deep. Because if it's a beat 'em up, it's a beat 'em up. Your job is just to break things and just hit the boss till they fall over.
Well, yeah, well, this is where like the Gauntlet Legends and like the Diablo thing comes in because you have different
Okay, the
skill trees.
Diablo.
You have different skill trees and stuff like that for different abilities. So you can pretty much, make, whichever hero you pick like your own based on like what skills and stuff you pick.
I wonder how, to what you saw, what they shown, how deep do you think they are that those skill trees can get?
There's like from what I saw, there was like 3 skill trees per person. I didn't like get a super good glimpse at it because like I was also like on my lunch break watching it, but it looked all right. Like for me, again, I gotta be like super sold on it, like because I'm not like the person that like would jump at a game like this. So I gotta like see more to decide if I want to jump into it or not, or like
Hmm.
head's gotta be like down. But yeah, no. Other than that, it looks all right though. You guys should check it out.
No, I will. I heard, but I missed it because I was working. And I wasn't happy when I caught the stream yesterday. I'm trying to think actually, yesterday, right? Um, the new Games Plus, and I caught that stream, and the games were whack for the most part. It wasn't anything. I guess I don't know if it was just more focused for like games in Japan. If it was like Sega, Atlas, Arxis games.
So it
Yo,
was more indie kind of games.
no
So like,
Sonic. People were heads wanted Sonic. We got no Sonic. They showed Guilty Gear though,
yo,
so it
on
can't
his
be
birthday,
indie.
my man didn't get anything on his birthday.
Yo, it was his birthday.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was his birthday.
Yo, they didn't even give him a reveal. Yo, Sega is wild. Yo, claim. Yo, where's Push? Push needs to tell Sega to come home to Sonic, bro. They need to. Push needs to tell Sega. They need to come home, be a family man. Like,
Bully him into actually being a family man.
yeah, Sega out here just leaving Sonic to the dust. Oh shoot, Mike out here tripping. I about to fall over. But nah, that's crazy that they really did not have any type of Sonic announcement. No teaser, nothing. Not on his birthday. Crazy. Ah, that sucks. No, because that was whack then. That makes it even more whack. Because
I
I
know.
saw that stream and there was nothing there that was really good. Like that was like that great at all.
Yeah.
So
They had the cursed blood of the moon or something like that. I forget exactly what it's called.
yeah, what is that? Is that supposed to be a
It's like
Castlevania?
yeah, so the original producer of Castlevania basically pulled an Inafune. It was like, all right, well, if you guys aren't gonna let me make Castlevania, I'm gonna go somewhere else and make Castlevania.
Oh God! And this is what happens because
Yeah, but so there's 2 versions. There's the 2D version, which looks more like the NES graphics, which got really good reviews, and then there's another version which is more like updated graphics, which got like kind of mixed reviews from what I understand. But that was shown, and then there was like some more Blaster Master Zero. Um,
maybe I might have missed that because I did come to it like kind of missing the first quarter. But yeah, I don't. I mean that. I mean now that I learned more about that, I hopefully maybe I'll look more into that curse because it seemed to be thrown
oh,
around a
so it's
lot. I don't know why.
Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
Yeah,
So
I
they
was like,
have
why is this game
Bloodstained Curse
being?
of the Moon too.
I really hope it doesn't come like another Mighty Number Nine because I feel like people were like, yeah, we want this game like nostalgia, but when it really comes down to it to support it, people are nowhere to be found,
So the first
or it's
one
not
got
made to people's liking.
yeah, the first one got really good reviews, so they're making a second one.
That's dope. That's great, actually. he succeeded. I wonder where. Not saying anything about Minafune, but he got to keep making the type of games he want to make.
I wonder what happened to his studio. I was just thinking that earlier today.
For who, Minafune or
Yeah, Inafune. I was like, what happened
Inafune?
to his studio, which I forget the name of it. Oh, Comcept.
Is there any news on it about him take another crack at making a Mega Man successor or
Ain't looking
remaking?
good.
Ain't looking good.
I'm like, I don't know what's up with Bull. It's like level 5 concept, and yeah, we ain't seen nothing in a while.
And what was this concept? Is he still trying to go with the mighty number 9?
I think level 5 actually like bought them out. Level 5 is the people that make the not the Phoenix Ray, but the other nigga with the hat.
The Professor Layton.
Professor Layton. There we go. Yeah.
I knew exactly what you're talking about. The other
nigga
with the hat. I was like DS. I was like Professor Layton. I know that top hat anywhere. I never played a game, but I've seen this everywhere. He has mad games, but I ain't trying to think like that. Dang. Well, that's good to know, though. At least there was something to check out there. In that stream that I might have missed, I could, maybe actually check on. Maybe check out the game. But yeah, I want to hope that there's more. I don't know if there's going to be planned to be more announcements later because they were doing a stream on some of the yesterday on some of like gameplay for the streams that they did gameplay streams for the trailers that they announced. But I really hope they do have more announcements because I was kind of let down, especially for Sega. But I mean, at least for Nintendo, just to make this quick transition for the sake of time. For Nintendo, though, just this week on the 22nd, we got a reveal Nintendo Direct trailer for the first DLC character for Smash Ultimate for the Season 2 Fighter Pass. And they revealed the ARMS character, and it was Min Min. Min Min from ARMS is the character. The character not a lot of people thought at first, because I think I can't remember her name. It was the other dark skinned chick. People really, really thought that was gonna be the one.
Should have let the thick black John be in Smash.
Facts. No, they would have edited her down. Good thing she didn't. She preserved her image.
I'm surprised they're not like trying to come at Smash for racial diversity. Where are the black characters in Smash?
First of all, actually, we could play that argument if we think of somebody dope that we actually want in.
I'd have been cool with her.
She looked interesting. I don't know ARMS like that. I just know Spring Man and Spring. I guess Spring Woman. I don't even know what Spring Girl.
I don't know. Jerry Springer.
Stop it. Before I mute you.
I'll mute you.
Hey, that's not a bad DLC though. That's not a bad DLC. I'd play it if Jerry Springer's in.
Just Jerry Springer. Yo. But I don't know, bro. I don't know if you know ARMS. Like these heads got like extendos for arms. So they legit got slinkies for arms, man. Like
I've heard of it. I've seen some stuff, but I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, so basically, so Min Min's from a game where like what they like their version of boxing is like, you legit be 10 feet, 20 feet even from the other person, and you just like one piece Luffy like stretch your arm out to box.
Oh, that sounds kind of raw.
Yeah, and then and on your arms too, like literally on your hands, there's like different Like there's different types. There's people that have different styles, and they actually have like different attachments. Think of like custom Robo. If you think from like GameCube, kind of like you could like attach different like stuff to your arms, like different equips, and it'll make your make your attacks do different things. Either it'll be slower but it hits stronger, or it's faster, or it'll have something that will throw off like a boomerang or something. And they took one of those characters from Arms, and they took it was basically she was like the ramen chef in the game, and they made her the character. So basically, how the character was even chosen out of all the characters, it was literally because the producer of Arms was like, "Yeah, I want her to be in the game. Like, I want it to be her." And then they're like, "Bet." Like it was literally they wanted to pick like the ninja characters, like Ninjara, but Sakurai was like, "Nah, the producer wanted her, so we made her." So she's coming out June 29th. I know Rico's seen the trailer. I don't know if you have, Ro. I was just gonna. This all right. It's no worries. But we'll describe a bit like what she does. I was gonna ask Rico what his opinion or what he thought of what he saw the trailer of the character. But yeah, we'll definitely keep you in the loop as we go. I know you know a little about Smash,
Um, I think the character looks interesting, like how you
your
can
mic's a little.
Yeah, I'm just bro. Hold on.
Is that or I mute you? You pick.
All right, can you hear me better?
Yeah.
All right. Character looked interesting. I think it's cool how like you can control both arms. So it's kind of cheap though because you can smash attack with both arms individually. So like you can whiff one and then throw out the other one right after.
Yeah.
But her up smash reflects, which is nutty.
I think it's cool, but I think it's also. I mean, it's a cool thing to have. I don't know how good it'll be, but it's a reflector though. Rip Samus. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but you could run in up smash on somebody. Like, you know those people that are just expecting you to run like no, that if you think about it, those trigger happy people with projectiles, it's like, oh, you're running straight at me, cool. And then you have the Fox up smash. So you're running and then you still get that bit of slide with the up smash. And then it's right in your face. Like, nah, that's kinda nutty.
I know. I mean, I guess her having a close up smash. Well, she has the Fox split. She has the Star Fox down smash.
Yeah, she also has her forward smash, which she can control each arm in a different direction.
Yeah,
So
but
one arm can go left and the other one can go right. She's. I just think she's gonna be nutty, in like free for alls and stuff. But I don't think just by herself. Hold on one second.
While Tax is preoccupied, I think she's gonna be good in free for all. I gotta see how those arms. I don't know though, because if those arms gonna be hitting other people with because I've seen free teams. I think it'll be an issue in teams. I think she'll be kind of nutty. She'll be out of control in teams. Free for all, she'll be a god. She's like a DOS Sim character, I would say. So makes a little bit about the character role and also people listening if you haven't peeped. So the arms character, what they added was like she like her thing is about stretching her arms, being a hit you from far away. So she can like the attack buttons for her, but like one button that's for her special move, the one for like her normal attacks. They each control her individual arms. So like you could always like throw one arm out and immediately connect the other. And I think it's like I don't remember correctly. One button controls like the left, the other controls the right. Can't remember which one. And I think the left is always thrown out first. And then you have the option of throwing the right. And she could jump in the air and throw her arms out too. Use her smash attacks in the air and on the ground. Yeah, and she has some interesting close-up moves as well.
Yeah, the A button does the left, and then the B button is right.
There is the right? Okay.
Yeah, and the B button can switch between 3 different things if you haven't already said that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got this husky ass package, so I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Oh damn, this man's about to do an unboxing and live on the podcast. But if I had to share screen up, I would actually just pull up her picture too real quick. I don't know if we can. Right now, I think I don't know if you have Sariko, but you're preoccupied right now.
You should be able to share screen.
Oh wait, hold on.
Should be an option for you.
Peep.
This isn't my Tony Hawk. This box is too small and it's too early.
Definitely ain't September.
And this box is too big to be my Sonic CD vinyl. So
I came at the right time.
Oh, I guess I did get it.
I don't know if you can see it, but we're doing an unboxing here. I have a GameCube.
Yo, we back in 2000 and what?
The worst Mario game ever made.
Sunshine. All right, so
I got my rare GameCube controller. Let me see what else.
So that's Min, bro.
I got 3D
dragon on.
Bro, I got 3D things.
And she got the look at her, she got the what is it? I was just in the Tesca, the Tigers, those shoes.
What you talking about?
You know what's that type of shoes? Do you have to pull up? Do you see the screen?
Yeah. I can't see the shoe.
Oh, you can't see the shoes she wears?
Not very well.
Oh man.
What, she got some boxing shoes or something?
Nah, she got them Johns. Yeah, they're like boxing shoes, but they look like boxing shoes, but they also
got this. I don't know if the viewers can see. Machine.
Oh, what?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, another one to add to the collection.
Still got a massive haul.
What is that box? Was it the agent?
Nah, actually, one of the viewers. I don't know why I got sent Final Fantasy 11, but I got Final Fantasy 11.
What?
Oh shoot! I don't know if you can see it, but now I have Dragon Ball Fighters on Switch.
Yo, why? Word.
Oh man, I gotta get all this out. Let's see.
Tesca, what is it? I keep mixing up the name. Hold on. Let's remember that it's the shoes. Oh my god.
Okay, I have another copy of Smash Ultimate.
There we go. See, I don't know why it reminds you of these shoes. But hey, but it has. Why do you? Wait, you're still unboxing?
Yes.
Dude, how much stuff did you buy?
I didn't buy anything. This is all sent to me. I have Mario Tennis Open. I have Sonic Generations.
What?
Oh wait, never mind. This is
okay. Second of all, this is what Min is rocking right here. But that's I digress. Let me get back on topic. So this is the new Smash character. For those who's peeping, basically that dragon head that she has right there. She's able to shoot projectiles out of it. As well, at the end of the reach, she gets like a stronger version of it. I forget, there's some requirements that she has. It gets like the head is bigger, and then the laser is stronger. She has a chakram arm, and she throw out, and then she could whip around like the chakram and have it like a boomerang, so she can control. She just controls mad space. This character is all about being on the outside and controlling mad space. And you could curve the arms like downwards and upwards. I think actually the most interesting thing about her, one, she has a slide too. Slides in this game, I think slides are really good. And the fact is, her up B. What, you about to say what you got in your hand?
Oh yeah, this is some jerky.
What?
Yeah,
From Philly?
yeah, it's a care package from from Philly.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Northern Kingdom jerky.
Damn, we gotta hold on to that jerky next time we meet for Defend It.
I don't know about that.
Someone's playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, but sorry about the distraction here. I gotta.
No need. People still have to saw an unboxing that even I didn't know about.
Can they even see me still? I wonder.
They do. Well, I see you on the camera. Well, I don't know if they will.
Yeah, we'll
Let us
see how
know in
this
the
comes
comments and clap up this man's room.
I can't believe I got a
Find something
GameCube.
to clap up.
I was just thinking about this the other day too. I was like, kind of want a GameCube again, and now I have a GameCube. I just had to find my Melee.
You gotta find that, and
Oh,
there's something inside. Oh
no, I still have my Fantasy Star Online for GameCube.
you do?
Yep, it's a wrap. And I know I got my memory card somewhere too. Oh, I just gotta find the cables for this, which shouldn't be a big deal. All right, yeah.
So
sorry about the distraction.
Nah.
Oh no, hey, also I apologize. Y'all know how it is. Fireworks, the hood.
Oh yeah, I was gonna comment on that.
Non-stop. Those fireworks has been going non-stop. No, actually, yeah. No, let's talk about that in a sec because those fireworks, real talk, every night, I get fireworks.
Yeah, I think there's like a new type. There's like a new type of them out because these are just like this is a whole nother level.
No wonder they're about to start. It's supposed to start cracking down on these fireworks because
supposedly, it happens every night. Like the first time it happened, they started sounding like gunshots. So I was gonna reach under the bed and grab the Thule, but then I heard this. I heard the sizzle. I heard the sizzle. So I was like, "All right, it's a firework."
So I don't have to start shooting my own fireworks.
I'm like, there's no conflict. It's just a firework. All right.
Was that a bar, Lewis? Was that a bar?
Nah, that's off of Rico's next joint. Not mine.
Nah, that's all you, big dog. You can have your royalties there.
Soon. Nah, I'll take the royalties under the table. All right. Straight cash. All right. To wrap up Minmin, or just to kind of solidify when I think about the character, I don't know if they might run into the Byleth syndrome, which I don't think Byleth is bad. It's just this game is very aggro.
Byleth is fun, but yeah, the game is super aggro. It's gonna be hard to play lame.
Yeah, especially a character that can't that if their attacks get blocked or shielded, it's not that good. Especially when pairing is in the game. I don't know what happens to her hands when they get parried. Do they just fall to the floor? Because that's what happens when they get blocked. So if it's even parried, the person who parried the move is on frame advantage, like what, +3. So it's even worse than getting blocked. So it's just like, and apparently the Sakurai, which I don't know if I agree with. I gotta see because he's like, oh, I think her weakness is the air, but I think it's because she can
smash attack in the air.
Huh?
She can smash attack in the air.
Yeah, I don't know how that is a weakness. No one has that. Like Richter.
Her weakness is people that have a better air game and people that are quick.
Yeah, people
like DK is gonna eat her food.
DK, Fox. I think Fox is gonna give her problems. I think if she gets people where she wants them, like Sim. I think she's legit like Dawson from Street Fighter before this game. If Sim has you where he wants you, like in his game, Sim feels like the best character.
Best grab range in the game.
Yeah, her grab range is kind of nutty. So like you can't like it's like Sim doesn't have no tether grab though, so that obviously the difference. But like her pokes, the way she kind of feels like she can like even her up B frame 3 is invincible. I think that's good because even if people get in, if she blocks, if she's able to block, she could up B out of shield, like Game and Watch.
Yeah, then she acts out of her up B, which is
Yep,
great.
and she has a dive kick, and she can move around. And she still, I don't know how good her up smash will be out of shield, but she has an up B that can get her out of her nonsense. So I gotta see. I think she might be tough to play. She's interesting though. I don't know if I could be wrong if she's not gonna play like Sim, like play like a Sim. I just see it, and I don't know if I'm like that Sim like player. I kind of do like I like being aggro, but I feel like she takes a different kind of lane. I like it. I like mine. I like a mix, but I don't know. Do you see what do you see this character like? And do you see yourself touching Min Min?
Try her.
Yeah.
It's gonna force me to play super lame, but I'll try her. I feel like I'm gonna run into a lot of difficulty, like I did starting with Shulk, where Shulk has good range with his moves, but there's a lot of recovery on them. So she's gonna.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a painful existence for a while until I really get settled in with her. If I decide I want to do that.
I forget what it is. Actually, her neutral air is like Richter's, and I was trying to think because I would say even what close range moves she has is like barely even none. But I think her neutral air is like one of her other close range moves.
Yeah.
But then yeah, I really got to see how she deals with pressure. Because the thing is, but with Shulk too is like Shulk has a range, but Shulk could get in and
Ooh, excuse
Shulk
me.
could get in and get things going at a close range if need to. He has moves to deal with like being out of closer range. Like I don't know if she has her jabs though. She has the Fox jabs. Like her jab attack, I think that's good. She has like the Millie kicks. Uh
Yeah, I peeped that. So she's interesting. There's a lot of depth to her, but honestly though, I'll wait until like Monday when we can play her to give like a better verdict.
all right. Yeah. Um and also just moving on there just from there too. So for that for those who don't know, that's the first character, Min Min from ARMS. First character for the next season 2, second season, I don't know what Nintendo calls it for their fighter pass.
Oh,
Um
really quick about the
yeah.
New Game Plus Expo, I just remembered. Suda51 showed off No More Heroes 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
but they
I
did it in
didn't
a
know.
very troll way. So basically, it's like a Zoom call how we have now, but his background was gameplay footage. He was talking about stuff that had like talking about the development process and stuff, and like trying to basically play off the fact that there's gameplay footage playing behind him.
Was it so it was troll that it was unintentional, but it was actually intentional that he
No, it
was
was
actually
intentional.
yeah, it was intentional that he
Yeah,
had
he was
gameplay
like
behind.
trolling people with that.
Wow. And was he like blocking it? Like people like, yo, what the
No, he's talking like normal in the middle of the screen, and then behind him you can see gameplay of No More Heroes 3.
wow. That that was I don't know, I gotta give him credit for that. I know some people will be upset though. Did they end up showing like, unobstructed footage?
Nah.
Oh,
He trolled me.
damn. People, oh yeah, niggas feelings are hurt. People's feelings are hurt for sure. God dang. One quick fact for Smash before we move on. We just only have just good probably 2 or 3 more topics here. But fun fact. So apparently, Final Smashes Sakurai announced in the direct for Min Min, which was he recorded back in May, by the way. So once again, people out here doing hella speculating, like, yo, Nintendo's making decisions way, way, way before. Um, Final Smashes were actually planned for N64,
Yeah.
but they just canned the idea. They just couldn't make it work. So they just threw it behind them until, Smash
Brawl.
Brawl.
I thought people knew that though.
Nah, I didn't. That
I
was
don't know
something
how
he
I
kind
knew
of
that.
threw out. I don't know.
'Cause
I don't
I've
know
known
how
that
you knew
before
that.
then.
Damn, your dad works at Nintendo? The classic.
Apparently, with all the Nintendo stuff I got sent.
Yep. And as well, speaking of 64, Captain Falcon's voiceover hasn't been updated since. And because recently, I guess in the trailer, they used a very famous Japanese voice actor to voice Falcon. This man's voice hasn't been updated. Like,
Yeah, since '99.
that's crazy, actually. If you telling me this man's voice
In
has
21
not been,
years.
what? That's nuts.
What has changed about Falcon? He ain't getting no new moves or nothing.
But his voice, I know that's crazy, but his voice, not even for this game, they didn't even bother updating his voice. But
They're never
but
gonna change that voice. That voice is so good.
it's iconic, yeah. But you could like clean it up, get someone else to do some parts, so that
Nah,
definitely.
what
Like,
happened is
ooh, like his death, that thing still sounds. They could have definitely have someone to do that. I'd be like, oh man, it sounds.
nah. They
That
should
would
have
be
just brought back
stupid.
the melee one.
What?
The melee death. We're like, no.
No, I see. Yo,
It's
that's not gonna age. Yo, that's gonna Son's on my man's when his death cries are not okay. They're just not okay with me. I'm not. If you have questions about it, about his death screams, come fight me about it. Come find me here, right here, and I mean Jazzy NYC, out here in the trains. Freaking Ken's name ran on that call. I'm body that dude too. We came through. Shoot, I'm like, no, she got a wife and kid to go to. All right, I'm done. All right,
all right.
you
Yeah.
get a moment.
Let's get rolling because it's getting a little late.
Yeah. So with that note, but yes, I am in Third Strike. Stage behind me, Jazzy NYC. I've been bumping the
New Crash
album.
Bandicoot, man. How you feel about it? Like,
I gotta give homage to the stage. I mean, I don't. I mean, I know it was announced October 2nd. You tell me. You're the big. I think you're more of a Crash fan. I would feel like than I am. I don't know. What about you? What about you, Ro? You heard about the new Crash Bandicoot?
I heard about it, man. I haven't played too much of Crash, but I think it's cool because we're in that age where there's a lot of remakes coming out, and then we just had Resident Evil, we got Tony Hawk, so for me, it feels like it's very on brand, for Crash Bandicoot to be coming out around now, and you know, it's kind of nostalgic if I didn't play it, but I felt like Crash Bandicoot was kind of one of those defining titles for PlayStation One. Like you couldn't talk about
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation One without talking about Crash Bandicoot. So again, it's cool. I think it's cool for the culture mostly.
Nah, man,
yeah,
I agree with you.
yeah. Like for me, I think the biggest thing that I took out of it is that they basically, you know, said that the rest of the games that came after 3 didn't count because in the trailer they're like, he's the one of the masks because there's like multiple masks now. And he's talking to Crash and Coco, and he's like, "How many times did you beat this guy?" They're like 3. He's like, seems like he did more than that. Like, they're basically
feels like more.
yeah, anything after Crash 3 was like not canon. They're like, forget it. We're not even talking about it. So I thought that was interesting. The game
What
was
about
good
the last Crash game? That was a remake of the.
though. Yeah, the remaster that counts. So that's good.
Oh,
And then CTR is a spinoff. So
wow. Damn. So yeah, I guess they're back in the swing of things now. They're like they're actually trying to continue this Crash story.
yeah, I was just like a little thrown off a bit by the redesign, but it'll grow on me. It's not bad.
All right, and I mean, I would ask more about that, but for the sake of time, we'll definitely just explore. We'll dive more into it once we hear more news
Yeah,
about.
they didn't toucan Sam, my boy. That's all that matters.
Okay, okay,
They
that
didn't.
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, they didn't. They
Then I
didn't do.
see why.
They didn't do him dirty. He it's still a good character design. It's just different.
Gotcha.
That's it.
But just going on from that, for our main topic for gaming, um, So Microsoft is shutting down Mixer. I know I'm going straight into it, straight with the punches. Microsoft is shutting down Mixer to transition to Facebook Gaming, and they made this decision this week. Sometime, well, I think it was announced this week. They probably made the decision. Came down before that, before this week, but they decided to shut down Mixer because they're going to partner with Facebook Gaming. But that also means all the streamers that they made contract deals with, they just they just had payouts or whatever. Just bought them out of their contracts. So they ended all the contracts with the streamers that got over. That includes Ninja, that includes Shroud. I think there's one other streamer was like that was like big streamer who that got put over to Mixer. Can't recall, but they're free to go back to Twitch now. Is basically what Microsoft was saying, and this was like this was like announced by like Ninja and other people this week, which it seems funny. It seems very weird. I think because I finally it was funny because even for FloorSeats Rico, I don't remember not like what was it, a week 2 weeks ago, I was like, yo, I made a Mixer account for us, and I just like had one there. So surprised and not really surprised. So yeah, we had a Mixer account on deck just in case, just to have see what we do anything with it. But it's just no point because Mixer's getting shut down now. So made that account for absolutely no reason. But what do you guys think about that? Seems Mixer was kind of launched not that long ago. It feels like a little over a year, and it's already getting shut down.
It's weird. With everything that's been happening in the gaming community, because I follow a lot of them on Twitter. So Twitter's been a very dark place for the past couple of days. I'm pretty sure you guys are probably gonna delve into that also. But so for that to happen in the midst of everything else that's been happening is crazy, man. And I mean, I know when it comes to Ninja, I mean, Ninja's got it made as well as those other streamers also, as well as some of the other top guys. But a lot of people weren't happy with Twitch. You know, I remember Ninja specifically; he wasn't happy. Like I remember, it was like every other week I was reading, something about him and Twitch, and even after he left Twitch, there were still issues with that as well. So, I mean, for those people, like, what now? Because there's been a lot of issues with Twitch moderation. So, like, are you just gonna, I don't know, stream by yourself? Go to YouTube. There's
Peaceful
so many
J,
questions now.
where are you?
Yeah. So
what happened to Peaceful J? Damn.
24-hour SF4 streams. Rip.
Yeah, like. Sorry, we didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was done, man. But yeah, what's questions?
I think Ninja made out like a ninja or like a thief because he got 30 million and I don't think he's been contractually there for like a year. Definitely not 2 years. And then he can go back to Twitch if he chooses. And I mean Twitch had the biggest like fan base for him. Like Mixer kind of had a weird stigma where it was because it was tied to Microsoft. They thought it was like a Microsoft exclusive platform, and like I felt like the interface was still a bit weird, although their technology is really good. So it just kind of stinks for people that were like gaining steam on Mixer, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're out of it." But unfortunately, this is like a trend with Microsoft. Like they had Xbox Music for a while, then it got rebranded to Groove Music, and then at some point they were like, "You know what? We're just gonna convert these memberships into Spotify memberships." Like it's just kind of annoying where like Microsoft will like try something out for a couple years, like, I don't want to do it anymore.
And I think out of all like a lot of those projects that they do, that they get themselves into, I think this is probably one of the worst ones to kind of can. Because I think long-term investment wise, I think Mixer would have gained attraction, especially with how Twitch has been being received in the news as of late. I do know what you're talking about, Ro. Like there's, people
Yeah.
with a lot of these allegations, sexual allegations. The community is calling for like a blackout to boycott Twitch. Some streamers, got like planning to leave the platform. People like, like support these streamers outside of Twitch elsewhere. Who knows if it's through YouTube or something like that. But like it's just a lot of talks going on because there's just a lot going on behind the scenes, and people just feel upset because they don't feel Twitches actually have their interests of the community at heart, and they kind of ignore a lot of things going on. So that was a niche that Mixer could have been filling in, like picking up more Twitch streamers, like high uh, follower, like high follower rate, high frequency.
Well, here's the thing with Mixer, right? A lot of people had beef with Mixer, especially like female streamers, because they were a bit more strict in regards to like dress code than Twitch
Mm.
was. So, like, while people considered it at one point, like a lot of streamers, especially, were like turned off by like the rules because it had to be very family friendly, and then they had like three tiers of like family friendliness, in which certain tiers you're in could, stop you from getting ad revenue depending on like how unfamily friendly your content is. The other thing too is like
Hmm.
Mixer, out of all the live streaming platforms, like especially during this pandemic, all these live streaming platforms, especially Twitch, has gotten like a huge increase in viewership, except for Mixer. Mixer had like probably the smallest one, and I mean like Caffeine is new, and it got like a bigger increase. So they
I haven't
probably
even heard of Caffeine.
so
Yeah, me
caffeine
neither.
caffeine's different because like they partnered with Drake and URL TV. So now all the battle rap pay per views come on Caffeine, and like a bunch of other stuff. Like a lot of artists are streaming there. Like Blueface streams on there. Doja Cat was at some point. I don't know if she still is, but
Oh dear, after what I gotta peep that. If she's streaming, if she's still wilding out on Caffeine.
um,
Doja Cat bite.
but yeah. So Mixer just hasn't been growing like that, and I felt like they gambled with Ninja and just I don't think they project to get that money back. Like Shroud got away with 10 mil.
Well, and I know like it was those buyouts, those payouts actually, it was payouts. Those
Yeah,
contract payouts were like some
Ninja
of them
got.
got out with.
Let me put it like this, right? Ninja for basically, I guess, a year got a little bit less than what Dak Prescott gets a year to throw a football. Like quarterbacks in the NFL get like 30,000 a year or so. Like I mean, 30 million a year or something like that. Like professional sports players get these kind of contracts. You know what I mean? Like someone nearing the end of their professional basketball career could still pull in like 30 million or something like that. And Ninja got it to play Fortnite and Gears.
So
Goals, to
damn,
be honest.
My
Exactly. My
got a
thing is,
cut before we got on Mixer,
I don't
so
think
we had our payout.
facts. I really don't think Ninja will go back to Twitch, but if he
I
does, I
don't
mean,
think
like
so.
that's where his fan base was, and I mean, I wouldn't because Twitch is gonna treat him like shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
But as far as like everything going on with Twitch, like Twitch has been like fucked for the longest. Like, there's all these like scandals where like, people like in the Twitch offices favoring like certain streamers, one reason or another, trying to flirt with streamers, like bunch of dirty shit happening at like TwitchCon. Even recently, like they're banning streamers for shit that didn't even happen on Twitch. So like they banned streamers for like also streaming on YouTube or something. Like it's
That's
just
what's gonna
really
happen. YouTube gaming is gonna probably blow up a little bit more. I think.
Yeah.
the thing is though, when it comes to streaming, with Mixer out of the way, I don't know what Facebook gaming is paying out, but even still, like people have Facebooks, but people don't really want like Facebook's kind of dying down a bit. So it is hard to like you
People
like
because
you.
Zuckerberg.
It may be hard to convert your like friends into people that are going to watch you on Facebook. Twitch is like the place for it because people know what Twitch is for and they know exactly what they're getting into when they go there.
Exactly.
So it might be a necessary evil because it's like, where are you going to go? Like YouTube gaming, sure, but like the way YouTube is about monetization and everything like that, you might not pull in the same money that you did on Twitch. And then like caffeine is new, but you know, you have to also guide people over to a new service wherever you go, and you're always going to lose people.
Always, no one wants to give up. Changes. Not
Ninja's
everybody wants
probably
to
the
do the
biggest
change.
streamer in the past couple of years, and he's lost a lot of viewers leaving Twitch. So like, it's just I do think change needs to come to Twitch, but at the same time, it's like if they don't change, like
Someone's gonna come fill in the role. Mixer
someone's
will
gonna
open
try.
up. Someone's gonna try, but Twitch is not making it. It's like it's only until I think Twitch is still the best, the strongest of the platforms right now, just because of its audience and viewer base and streamers, of course. But it's only gonna take. It won't take long, because hey, we saw what happened to MySpace,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's
and
because Facebook came. You know what I'm
so the
saying?
next best thing, exactly. So even
Nothing.
Zuckerberg is,
Look at Instagram for an example. Like, who's taking Instagram's spot?
hey,
Yeah.
The thing is, too, is like, yo,
give it
people.
time.
It's one of those if you know situations because like people know that Twitch is like all about fuckery. Like this is what like literally this is we would joke about this for hours on end in our previous podcast that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
Twitch stottery, all kinds of wild stuff going on.
Is that why
And
people are
like,
on Twitch then? Is that why also Twitch is what's killing Twitch but also keeping it alive? Do people just really want that fuckery?
yeah, like the Twitch drama stuff like that. Oh my gosh, bro! Like it's it's like bro, it's high school, bro. It's like
Reality
Degrassi.
TV.
It's like a reality Degrassi, bro.
No, it's reality Degrassi for nerds, for gamers.
Yeah, and also
It's
too, like, we also
simps.
got to consider people. People are using Twitch to funnel other projects. I mean, I know you've probably beaten that horse, dead, but the titty streamers, certain titty streamers, certain women streamers. It's like, you got Twitch, you could funnel that shit to OnlyFans. What is it? Many vids, bro. It's
Oh,
I
that's
I
a new
I
one.
s-
There's
oh
a
oh oh yeah. There's
yo,
there's a
but I
lot.
heard OnlyFans and did
It
some
used to be.
changes
It
to
went
their
from
rules.
Twitch to Premium Snaps, then Patreon. And Patreon was like, all right, y'all ain't doing nothing creative, so and then OnlyFans. So now many vids. Oh snap!
Oh, they got there's so many, brother. If you think many vids is where it stops, there's
No,
more than that.
It goes deeper.
It goes deeper than that, bro. But yeah,
It's
it's like
sad.
just going back to the Twitch thing. I kind of want to compare it to the C virus, man. I kind of want to like just look at everything leading up to the C virus and just look at how everything is just spilling over now. And that's literally the perfect analogy for Twitch. Is literally I can't count a day where I haven't seen some fuckery happening on Twitch. And this has been consistent. And this week has probably been the worst week I've been just even on Twitter. Because it's like every single day there is a new allegation. There's a new this, there's a new that. And a lot of it is coming from Twitch. And
In the
even
game industry too.
just the game industry in general. Even IGN has caught in some flack. So it's like, I honestly think if change doesn't happen to Twitch soon, I don't think 2020 is gonna end with the Twitch, because now this is before you can say, okay, this is urgent, all right, but now this is bad.
Code Red. So we're saying we're approaching Code Red.
Do you know who owns Twitch?
Amazon.
It's not JTV anymore, bro. It's Amazon. And if Bezos has something to say about it, that ain't going nowhere, bro. At the end of the day, this scandal is going to, whatever is happening is going to happen. They're going to figure out a way to take care of the situation. Some people are going to leave the platform. Some people are going
leave the company, leave whatever, resign.
But the controversy is going to draw people to Twitch. Bro, Twitch spiked up because word of mouth. It's like, oh shit, titty streamers are there. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, Pokemon, all these thick compilations and stuff. Like, bro, like,
oh my goodness.
Quote,
there's no such
thing.
There's like no such thing as bad press, and it's like, this is a perfect example, because while like, yes, this is a bad thing, but even these people saying like, oh, I'm not going to stream on Twitch, like we're going to do a blackout. Like, first of all, like, this is the same thing with like, the Black Lives Matter thing when we did like that Blackout Tuesday. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing ever. Like, there's no point in suppressing your voice if you already feel like you're being suppressed. You're doing exactly what they want you to do. The other thing, though, is that like you should be using that platform to speak out against like your plight. You know what I mean? Like, use the platform to your advantage to bring awareness for it. Like, you being silent on Twitch does nothing.
They were trying to boycott, I guess, how much streams, trying to kill the streams for the day. Which I feel like unless somebody tallied or had an idea how much money they would lose, and it's like, yeah, you're right. Someone said it was more sort of like people should leave and just, so they could just had a dip in like revenue on that day or just lose money. Well, but you're right. If it's not
day,
yeah. Like, I don't know how much they make a day if that'll throw off Twitch.
So here's the thing, right? Businesses, what they do, they generally get a forecast of like, how sales go and stuff like that. They have a year over year, they have the year to date, they have this time last year or whatever, but they always account for dips and stuff like that. So if one day is all you're going to do, you're not hurting Twitch. You have to do longer than a day. You have to go months. You have to be ready to leave the platform if you're going to not stream. Like,
I don't think months. I don't think Twitch, if they're ready to count for months, they might as well deal with the issue at hand. I don't think companies I know again, Twitch is backed by Amazon, so Amazon could make them last, but I don't know if Bezos.
But here's the thing, right? So let's say like Dr. Disrespect, like other big streamers leave. Well, guess what? There's plenty of other people that are on the cusp that I could push a button and push them on front page and put them in front of them. So now you're the new Dr. Disrespect. Do you think the people that frequent Twitch like care that much about that one person that they'll stop watching Twitch?
No.
But then,
bro, there are people that get an organic fan base and like end up becoming personalities, but then what they do is like just like with anything, like with music or anything like that, they see something is working and they replicate it. So it's like, all right, cool, Dr. Disrespect, want to stop streaming on Twitch? Cool. Here's somebody else that's just like him, because you're already hooked to the platform because of this person. And again, you're not going to get all those people to follow you onto another platform.
I feel And that's what but the thing is like, but I feel like with no, you're right. I guess so. With I guess with the front page, I it really did. I really on the
Please,
front page
froze.
and like how much viewers you get, how much like subscribers you could get potentially all the through that just Twitch kind of putting you on directly. Um, but yeah, I know I just seems like it's just like I feel like these household Twitch names are that like they're household names. Like it's not as easy to take away a Doctor Disrespect. I think that's why like take out a Doctor Disrespect and put like great value Doctor Disrespect on and expect him to be just as good and just as you know effective as the original. Because it's like the same thing for Ninja. I bet they tried. I bet it just what happened was that either people followed or they went to other big Fortnite streamers or just went to other streamers. True, but at the
Well,
same time, I think Twitch took a hit from Ninja. Yeah, he's Ninja, but I think that's why Twitch treated him dirty because they were going to take a hit from him, and Microsoft knew that.
well, peep game really quick before we close this out because I don't want to go on
Yeah,
forever. But for
yeah.
every peaceful J, there's a Team Spooky, there's a Big Futeki, there's an NYC Furby. Like, there's people that are going to fill that void always. And then on top of the fact that, major corporations are streaming on there now. So, like, the Summer Games Fest is on Twitch now. You know, E3 used to get
Mm-hmm.
streamed on Twitch. Like, all major fighting game tournaments on Twitch. League of Legends tournaments, Twitch. Like, actual corporations like 98.5 here does their morning show on Twitch. So for these streamers that are leaving, while they have an impactful crowd, they're not the sole reason why they're on Twitch.
Maybe I have an old definition of what Twitch was. You're right. Twitch is a
I
whole
mean,
different beast now.
Yeah,
dude,
it's deeper than rap.
It's,
Bob Ross pulls in more views than some of these people they're trying to boycott. Bob Ross, the nigga's dead.
Dog, can you imagine if they start doing that? They just kept doing it, pulling out straight out classics and Twitch always on or whatever, and just start playing old ass shows and sitcoms, and just people on just Twitch chat just watching and trolling about and just doing whatever. That's
Bro,
like
you know what's gonna happen? They're like, oh snap!
you're
All
right.
these people are boycotting. We're about to put Yu-Gi-Oh back on Twitch.
I mean, dude, they had a whole
That's not gonna make people forget.
dude. Remember when
Surprise! And put
remember when
Pokemon on there.
the
Pokemon on
2000
there.
remember
Oh,
the
go ahead.
2000s. No, I was gonna say remember when the 2017 Power Rangers movie came out? Like, I think it was for like they played every single episode of Power Rangers for I think it
Yo,
was
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
yeah.
To hype up, and that was lit. That in itself was lit
Bro,
because everybody
I've
was in
watched
it.
all of JoJo's up until season 5 on Twitch. We was watching Yu-Gi-Oh as a community together.
That's
Let Doctor
Yu-Gi-Oh as a
Disrespect
community.
boycott. See if the Pokemon anime don't show up.
Dude, they always have that on loop. They have the Pokemon anime on loop.
They'll push the button on that real quick.
They really will. They have the button. They have the glass that covers the button
See
already
if they'll
open.
push the button on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something.
Stop. No, they won't. They
Oh,
don't have that kind of pull. They don't got
listen,
that
And,
power.
and if
listen.
you think I'm gonna stop watching Twitch when that happens over Doctor Disrespect,
This, yo, what? Yo,
you got me fucked up in the ass.
you know nothing.
No way.
You know
Amazon
nothing,
got bread.
Jax.
They'll push the
It's
button.
No, nothing.
it's business though. That's all it
Facts.
is.
It's
It's
gonna be
business.
business. See, and that's what I'm saying. Is people need to realize, like, yo, you either really gotta be about that energy when you be saying this stuff, or else business as usual is gonna clap you up. Just that term itself is gonna clap up whatever energy or cause you're about. because it's just, you're right. Maybe the day is not what it's gonna take for you to, you know, have your message heard and get your demands like made and have your demands listened to.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, Twitch is bigger than y'all. Yu-Gi-Oh! Marathon is all it takes to send all y'all to the Shadow Realm. I'm
They could be
sorry, they got
streaming for like charities and stuff like that. They could be raising awareness against the
Mm.
issue. But being
they should
silent
raise
isn't the
awareness.
move.
But then
It's like
if they stream, Twitch get money though. So I guess that's the other thing. But oh well,
Well,
Twitch is getting money
Twitch is
regardless.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's
I think
Bezos, man. Bezos is too strong.
They'll
I,
push
I
a button and delete their channel. Like, oh, you don't want to stream here no more?
Just fade away
I'll make sure of it.
and
I
wipe your
think
existence
uh,
from Twitch.
yeah.
So
I think even on that front too, it's more like if there was a group of certain Twitch streamers, they decided we're gonna spend X amount of time doing this. I think even that would be more powerful, is because think about it. Imagine the press that you're gonna get. XYZ streamer hasn't streamed gaming for whatever, and they're part of a movement. And with these type of things, we're seeing it now with the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, people latch on to these type of things, so it could start with one group of streamers, then another group of streamers can do it, then another group of streamers can do it, and next
someone
thing you
has to
know,
lead.
someone has to lead it.
These
So
streamers are
then,
soft. Not all of them, but most of them. Most of
yeah, but
the mainstream ones.
and again, if they just banded together, I think that would be more powerful. Because yes, Twitch is making money, but at the same time, they're making that money, but there is a bunch of press coming their way, and press that they're probably not going to be too happy with. So that's going to force them to change. Because we said it before too. I'm not even on Twitch. I'm staying away from Twitch because everything
I don't
that's
know about
happening.
that, bro. I think you'll kill it on Twitch.
Oh well, we'll see. But I'm staying away from Twitch. But I also know at the same time, um, all that news that they're gonna get is gonna be it's gonna force them to change, and it's gonna force them to, I don't know, get rid of that whole Degrassi high school type mindset that's going on in leadership.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at least that much can change, and that should be the start of it. If anything's gonna change, it's not like, no, I'm not gonna expect the whole platform and a lot of things to be overhauled, but they're definitely got to start with the fact that where are these problems coming from? And honestly, it is coming from these Degrassi high school. Like I'm not trying to even come at the stereotype, but yeah, it's just these Degrassi nerds that didn't get the chance to do Degrassi when they're in high school,
Mm-hmm.
or here now, and it's just that's all the behavior I see. Like I feel like so much what gets thrown in my face on Twitch when I hear about Twitch is not about gaming anymore. It's
Nope.
like it's more about that nonsense. And yeah, man, I just get back to what made Twitch great in the first place. I think is just the streaming, um, and just
We're back, Peaceful J.
yeah, bring back Peaceful J. Peaceful J, where are you? We need you right now.
That's the hero we need.
That's the we need you in your 24-hour Street Fighter 4 lobbies, yo. Homie had a lobby just dedicated, always
Yo,
on. Anyone
and my man
join.
better be getting royalties too, because they still use his emote.
Dog, nah, no
They
one.
still
Does
use DJ
Gutex get a
Salt.
check for PogChamp? Does Gutex
He
get a,
better.
he does. I don't think he does, but he'll take the clout that comes with it. He's always known as PogChamp. Oh my god, that's PogChamp. He's like,
I think they did they get rid of Kappa?
nah, Kappa is still there.
My man should be a billionaire
There's
by
like
now.
20 variations of Kappa. There's like 50. There's like mad variations of Kappa to this day.
My man should
To
be
this
rolling
day,
in money.
man. But all right, I think just I would say on that note. Fortunately, this episode ran a little bit longer, but I'm not mad at it. We had our man Ro. You were our first guest for our FloorSeats podcast.
Thank you,
Second,
thank you, guys.
to
Dave was
Dave.
on.
Dave. Which, by the way, I
But
gotta
yeah,
come on something special for that. But yeah, Rogue, glad you were able to accompany us tonight on the podcast. Glad you be here. Any parting remarks for our audience before we close out the episode? And also, I know Tax trying to say.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for having me, man. This is definitely a great way to close out my birthday, for real. So
Got you, buddy.
hey man, appreciate you rocking with us on your special day, man. You could be doing anything else. Go enjoy that seafood pasta you got waiting on.
definitely.
Right. Yeah, you gotta hit that now so that you could just be slumped later.
Oh man, it's still waiting for me. But
And the
again, thank you
coconut
guys,
cake.
man. Woo!
Hey, nah, man. Anytime. And feel free. As always, you're always welcome to come on. Anytime, any place.
Of course.
From, I guess, online is any place. But, yeah. I'll give my closing remarks and then pass it on to Tax. But, once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is your boy Zan, episode 10 for Floor Seats. Yeah, 10th episode, double digits. So we moving on up. Tax, what you gotta, I'll let you close it off with the final remarks.
Yeah, man, careful out there in Twitch. And be on the lookout for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Stop. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is on Twitch, always on. Something's up, bro. That's not, you gotta be on alert. That's all I'm saying. Be on alert.
If that happens in some state, like you got to start Googling the government and see what's going on in the government.
I know that's the red. They broke the glass. They broke the
like, what is the
emergency glass
Illuminati doing now?
What is happening? It's like World War III. Twitch starts shooting Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm like, World War III is about to happen.
All right, yeah, obviously the Illuminati's trying to hide something.
Someone's trying to hide something. Oh, that's my phone.
But yeah, no, that's it for me, man.
Dang. Well, all right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts, what you think about Twitch right now, the current climate. Let us know what you think about Midman as well, and also the New Games Plus Expo that happened this week. Let us all know in the comments, and yeah, you also let us know what comics you guys are reading as well. And definitely check out my man Oliver Queen out here. Check out his channel and let him know what you think as well. That's it for me.
All right, guys, we will see you guys next week, and we are out.